Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first full episode of Tailgate Talk. It's week one, finally. I'm your host, David, and I've got my two co-hosts here. We got Nikki Two Step, and we got Joey Mayo. Boys, say hi to the people.
Howdy.
Howdy.
So, it's been a hell of a wait. We have been waiting a while. We are finally back. We are finally here. And you know what that means? That means that it's tailgate talk time. So with that, I want to start off the season by first, we need to take a moment. We need to give in our official congratulations to Em and Joe. Em, Joe, congratulations. Y'all got married. It's been fantastic. I'm so happy for you two. And here you are in all your glory on that wonderful night. Joe, you want to give us a minute to just talk about how much you love our cousin?
Yeah, your cousin's awesome. I was very happy to get married, obviously. And I'm very grateful that she is my partner in crime. It was an excellent wedding, as you can see, that cowboy hat. I know you, myself, and Nick like to say howdy when we get on here. I was toning my inner howdy when Emily bought me this cowboy hat during the reception. And in most of the photos. So um, I was very pleased with the way it turned out. I was very happy to celebrate our love with our loved ones. And I am ready to get into some college football.
Did you have any words of encouragement for our boy Joey?
Congrats, welcome to the fam. And it was an honor being there. Excuse me. Honor being there and looking forward to many years of happiness.
I think I lost track of the night after we did the Thunderstruck activity. That quickly got very exciting very quickly, and I cannot wait to do that again the next time I see you boys.
Your wife said she wanted to play Thunderstruck, and I said say no more. I took that as a personal challenge to make sure that that happened, and I'm very disappointed that she did not accept our invitation to come down here for us to give her this congratulations. So,
Yes.
Em, I expect you next time.
Oh, we can get her on the podcast next time. We just got to give her some advance notice.
Especially when her team Elon's going up against Duke and holding to something close. So come on, Em.
I know. How about Elon?
Yeah, it's just yeah. Come on, Em.
Oh,
Next
Rutgers
time.
is. Do you guys have the Rutgers game on? Nick, you don't, right? You
I
have
got
the
eyes on ECU, NC State right now.
Rutgers. I think is just about to seal this. They just sealed it with a first down. They have a minute 50 left to go.
All right, with that, I mean it's Thursday night for us. It'll be Friday afternoon for y'all watching. So let's get into it. College football is back. It's here. We're watching it live time. We've got it in the studio ready to go. I've got Rutgers and Ohio going on right now. That game's been close. That game's been interesting. What do you guys think?
Oh, fake punt.
For Rutgers, Ohio, I kind of tuned in after the USF game got out of hand. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I only picked it up in the middle of the third quarter here, but I mean, since I picked it up, Rutgers looks great with the offensive line here. It seems like every time they want to run the ball, they do it at will. Callie McManus looks fantastic here. I mean, I know it's Ohio, but he looks fantastic. He looks like he's on target. He's not pressured a lot. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like Rutgers should not be in the game this close against Ohio, but he's been throwing darts since I turned on the TV. And like I said, they're running it at will. It looks like they just might have sealed this game up. So always good to see the fighting Greg Schianos get off to a good start here in my home state. You know.
Nick, any words for about Rutgers, Ohio, or you want to move on to the other game that we want to talk about?
Let's move on to the other game, which was I'm not wrong in that it was USF and Boise, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
USF
I
and Boise
mean
State.
USF, I'm ready to put them in the playoff. They look great. We're gonna learn a lot about them in the next 2 weeks though. they're at Florida next week, and then they're at Miami the week after that. They're the only team in college football to play three preseason top 25 teams in a row. One of two teams to have three on the schedule, the other one being Notre Dame.
Who else do they
Um,
have on their schedule?
Notre Dame.
No, USF.
So they have, I mean, once they get through Miami and Florida, it's just the American conference play.
Oh, so they have Florida next week at Florida and
Yeah,
then
so
at
it's
Miami. Oh
yeah,
Lord.
so the only team in the FBS to play three straight ranked opponents preseason wise. Um,
Jeez.
so we're gonna find out a lot about them next next couple of weeks. But if they keep playing the way they've played tonight, they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be the Group of Five representative.
I if I could weigh in just while we're on that topic, I watched majority of that game until it got out of hand until I texted you boys what I texted you boys. Uh
Mm,
and that I mean, so obviously week 0, kind of just to recap, like it was very sloppy football for most teams. It kind of started out sloppy in my opinion on offense, but by goodness, that defense for USF was. It looked like I texted you guys this. It literally looked like I was playing NFL Blitz 2006 on the PS2 with those linebackers flying across the middle, popping people's helmets off, just burying them into the ground. They fly around out there. They played an exciting brand of defense, and that defensive line. I mean, Maddox Manson, he was phenomenal last year. He was a great game manager, and when you needed him to make a big throw, he was able to. This year, during the first game here against USF, he wasn't able to do that because he couldn't get comfortable in the pocket. It felt like every time he was just trying to get comfortable, the pocket collapsed. He was rushed and he threw it out of bounds. So credit to USF. That defense is phenomenal. It set the tone for this game, and it clearly showed here. I don't even see it up on my TV, so it must be over already. But
I think we need. I think we need to retroactively give Genty the Heisman. He's the only reason they sniffed the play. I mean, they got in, but God,
and you know what's crazy about that is the Ashton Genty. He's a running back, and like their running backs this year, they're doing it by committee, which is great. But those guys are still very talented, and the fact that they really couldn't get anything going on the ground, um, just shows how good Ashton Genty was at creating positive plays last year in hindsight.
Mhm.
I tell
Like
you what, Boise State's offense without Jonty, it's like Joe's lunch without mayo. It just don't work.
No, it's stale, dude. It's stale. I said that to you guys in the text. I was like, this offense is stale. Like it was hard to watch at times. I was I was like, are they gonna get something going? They obviously scored first, and then they haven't scored since, as far as
I think it
I
was
since I
34
turned on the
unanswered
game.
from USF.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, the only thing I will say, right, is it's tough to really tell how good this Boise State team is right now because they did just fly across the country through different time zones. Obviously, that's a big thing within the last two
This week's
years.
your this is week one, man. It's not like you're coming off a week. You need to know that that's coming in. I'm expecting them to be coming in a day or two
Yeah.
before to get acclimated. I refuse to give. You have been looking forward to this game the entire off season. This is the start of college football 2025, 2026. If you're coming up and you're not ready to play, then I'm sorry, but that speaks more about what's going on with that program. You need to be ready to go day one. And I
Yeah, no,
speak that for every team out there.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm curious to see kind of how they rebound here. Um, because
Uh,
I think that's definitely a factor. But fire me up with what you just said is definitely they should have been more prepared for this, even going across three time zones. But I mean that USF team came ready to play. That quarterback is very talented. I did not know much about him when I turned on the game. They were talking about how he was right behind Jaden Daniels in like all-purpose yards 2 years ago, and then he got hurt last year. I honestly did not know much about him. I'm not focused on USF. I'm not going to sit here and lie to the people. He was good tonight, and I'm curious to see how he does this year, how he continues.
I think it's more of a pro USF night than anti Boise State because they do have a really good program. They're the cream of the crop for the group of five. I just think USF came out with something to prove and they did it. So
And
I'm more
just
of giving them props and knocking Boise State.
just to add on to
We're
that point,
positive on this podcast here.
just to add on to that point, it's going to be tough, and I hate to shine a negative light on Boise right now, but coming out of this week with a loss is going to be very, very tough because they're a group of five school, and one loss can really derail your entire season, even though it's just week one. It's not like you're a power four or an independent like Notre Dame where, oh, we can just rebound back from this. No, there's only one guaranteed spot for the group of five, so it just makes their season all that much more uphill going forward, which is crazy too.
Lucky for them, they do play at Notre Dame, so they do have a chance to boost a resume. But they would have loved, like you said, would have loved to not start behind the eight ball here.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. You're starting behind the eight ball here, and that stinks for them. But they obviously did not have a good showing tonight. I'm curious to see kind of how that plays out for the rest of the season. But I don't
Uh,
know.
I want y'all's one sentence response. What are you looking forward to most from tonight and tomorrow before we get into the Saturday slate? So go ahead and just give me one sentence. That's all I want to hear. Tell me what you got for tonight and tomorrow.
Nick, you can go first.
I'm looking forward to see if uh, ECU can pull this one off because it looks like there's a shot that I mean they're only down 10 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, so like there's an opportunity here. I would love it if ECU holds it or if pulls this off.
Yeah, no, for me, I think it's just watching good football. Tonight, obviously, I with the games that have already been played and the one that's just starting. I think I'm focused on Cincinnati and Nebraska, and then tomorrow my one sentence game is just I'm focused on that Georgia Tech Colorado game. I'm curious to see how uh, Slater, the guy from Liberty who transferred in, who was announced the starter this past week, how he does over Julian Lewis. And yeah, I'm just excited to watch those two games upcoming before the Saturday slate. I know that was a little bit more than a sentence, but
Right. I agree. For me, it's just let's see if the talk is real. I've heard a lot about Georgia Tech and their prep. I've heard a lot about Duke and their prep. Like I've tuned in a lot to the ACC in terms of what's supposed to come here because that's where my interests are. But I'm just really curious to see how much of the talk from the offseason translates for every team because this is the start of the year. Everyone's starting off at 0-0. e- Everyone's got a chance to win the national championship at this moment until you lose the first game. And then things change and all that. But I'm so excited. And with that, with things changing, guess what, boys? We've got a new format when it comes to how we are running Tailgate Talks picks. I'm so excited about this. I think this is going to be awesome for determining what we are how dynamic we're going to be. I think it's going to incentivize some picking some underdog picks. So with that, you can see here we've got um, based off of your margin victory and how much of a favorite you are or not. Guess what? You get more points. If you're a touchdown favorite or more, then screw you. I'm only giving you 1, 2, 3, or 4 points based off your margin of victory. If it's a push, so you're within 6 points either way, whether you're the dog or you're the favorite, that guess what? Your points now doubled from that touchdown favorite plus. And if you're going for that underdog, that touchdown underdog or more, boy, you get triple the points. You can look at this. If your team if you pick the underdog to win, and they win by more than three touchdowns, you're getting 12 points. That's huge, huge way to move around the goalpost here. And Joe's look at Joe's face here. He's very happy about that. So.
I love
Are you guys
I
excited
love
about this? Are you ready to get into some picks?
I love this. I'm very excited to see how this turns out.
All right, then we're gonna jump right into it. And with that, I'm so excited. I'm not even gonna do the whole reveal thing. We're just gonna see the picks right away, and we're gonna talk about them. So, We've got our first slate of picks. Nick, Joe, you guys want to talk about Alabama, Florida State, or what?
I would love to. You want me to go first, or Nick? You want to
Yeah,
go in
go ahead.
chronological order
Go
here?
ahead.
Um, I'm taking the Tide here. Caitlin DeBoer obviously did not have the best season, not an Alabama type season last year. I think he needs to rebound, or he will quickly be run out of town. And I think Florida State obviously had a terrible year. I don't know how good Mike Norvella is, considering he only had one great season there. I am ready to take this to the bank, minus 13 and a half. Give me Alabama and the spread here. I think Alabama comes out firing, and I think DeBoer comes out and tries to secure that he is the guy post Saban era to lead the Tide to a national title.
Yeah, in that same breath, I think that uh, Tommy Castellanos is talking way too much for a guy that had to transfer away from Boston College. I think Florida State's running it back with the terrible portal addition at quarterback and hoping it patches things over. Um, and the number one thing you do is you don't piss off Alabama. So I think the Tide roll.
Yeah, and Castellanos, like he wasn't even that good at the end of last year for
Uh,
Boston College.
he got
So
benched.
yeah,
He got benched at Boston College.
I don't know what Mike Norvell is really thinking. I guess this is just going to be DJ 2.0.
I just
I'm going to
that's
differ
what
out with
I'm
my
thinking.
first game pick. I'm not bothering with the Alabama Florida State game. I think it's going to be great. I'm looking towards tomorrow night, App State and Charlotte. I'm going for a little 2-pointer right here, right off the bat, double up the points. Give me App State in this game. Mountaineers, they're a fun team to watch. It's like dancing with Mayo at Joe's wedding. That's what we got to do. So as you can see in this picture, I'm all about raising that Mayo high and going with the Mountaineers.
I tell you what,
Honestly,
these
honestly, I should get sponsored. We should, the Mayo Bowl should put these photos up during the commercials here.
these teams do not like each other. It'll be a fun matchup.
Big 49ers guy, by the way. I seem to start a franchise with them every year in college football on the video game. So hoping the 49ers pull it out here, especially because I would like to see David go down in points real quick.
Well, I tell you what, this is funny. You talk about the Dukes Mayo Classic. Guess which game this one is. This is the Dukes Mayo Classic, the App State Charlotte game. This is all
Oh, is it?
for all the Mayo marbles here. Why do you think I put that one first?
Of course you did.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna jump to the next slate of games. As you can see here, we got three different games we want to highlight. Just like M here highlighting the Mayo over her shoulder while Joe tries to terribly karaoke some songs. But you know, let's get into it. Nick, give me your first pick here.
Yeah, this game is probably. I mean, we got blessed with an absolute gauntlet of a schedule for week one. Four ranked, unranked, high profile matchups, including a couple top tens. This one might be the best one. One versus three. Ohio State, Texas, and Columbus. Look, Texas is a brand new receiving core. Ohio
Yeah.
State has arguably the two best players in the country in Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Smith. I Arch's first like massive start, like he started against Yale Monroe last year, not really impressed by it. I know Ohio State has a new quarterback, but it's I think it's a lot more daunting when when you're on the road. So I think honestly, I think the Buckeyes win by a touchdown. I think Ohio State wins this one and sets themselves up for in their title defense.
So just quick comment on that game. I'm still back and forth on that game, but today I found myself looking at it a little bit more because I wanted to take that game and I didn't because I've been so back and forth. But I think that you're exactly right. I think that it comes down to the wide receiver cores because they're both new quarterbacks who are young and really haven't had much starting or any playing time. And I want to side with Ohio State. I think I'm leaning a little bit more Ohio State. I wouldn't take that to the bank, but I'm leaning in the same direction as you. My pick is Arizona State over NAU. I know nothing about NAU. It's all I know. I don't even know where NAU is located. All I know
Flagstaff.
is all I know is that Saturday's gonna be a bad day for NAU. I love Kenny Dillingham. They got that running back transfer from Army who was phenomenal. He's gonna come in. He's gonna kind of take that Cam Scatterboo role. They still have Levitt there, Sam Levitt. I think he's phenomenal. I think it's a good warm up game for NAU, and I like Arizona State with the points here. Give me Arizona State minus 28 and a half. How many points does that get me?
4,
Four.
I believe.
Nice. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, let's take them in the points.
I'm highlighting Coach Prime going up against Georgia Tech and Haynes King. I love Georgia Tech this year. I think they're going to be a really tough team, really gritty. Like uh, they they took Georgia down to overtimes last year. So I'm just so excited to see them come back and play. I think that they're going to be a really tough team, and I think they're going to start it off real good against Colorado.
They also retired Ralphie, as I saw in the text. I don't know if
I
that's
mean,
true or
there's the
not.
vibes right there. They don't like to run it at Colorado. So
Yeah, if they retired
the
Ralphie,
difference of
that's
right.
bad luck. They might go 0 and 12. We might have the Ralphie curse on our hands. We have to wait and see.
I'll tell you what, Joe. You look at it here. If Georgia Tech wins by 8 or more, I'd tie you in points for this game, and if you need Arizona State to score 28 points more than NAU. So I feel
I
pretty good
think they'll
about that.
easily do it.
All right, we're gonna jump on to our next slate of games. Nick, tell me about Georgia Marshall.
Same token as Joe with a tune-up game. Marshall is talking crap. Georgia's gonna roll. It's gonna be Kirby. Kirby loves to take any slight and run it up. I think Georgia wins by 50. So give me the dogs. Give me the 4 points that come with it. Uh, I want to call the dogs, but I can't as a Clemson fan. So just go dogs.
Would like to make a slight correction on my column here. I just had to double check my text. I will be taking UNC plus 3.5 here, not the TCU minus 3.5.
It means
Um,
nothing in terms of the points.
Perfect. That's fine. But yeah, I'm going to take Bill Belichick, the legendary Super Bowl winning coach here. Just announced Gio Lopez a starter who had a great year at South Alabama last year. He's killing it on the recruiting trail. I think he's going to take that into week one, and I think that those kids are going to have their lunch boxes packed. I think it's a new program, and I think the ACC needs to look out because I think they could be a dark horse in the ACC.
Well, we might have a fight brewing in this NC State ECU game. They're starting to get chippy.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me turn that on.
They separated it quickly,
Put that
but
into the podcast, Joey.
Hold on. I'm
This
turning
is
on the
not
ECU
time
game.
to
Go
stress about that. All
Pirates.
right, I'm gonna talk about my game here. I got Syracuse, Tennessee. Y'all are pansies going after the favorites in every one of these games except for well, actually no, because you said it's UNC is now
Plus
what plus.
plus three
Well,
and a
then I
half.
have it right. I have TCU as the favorite.
Correct. Yeah, yeah, they're the favorite.
Okay. This is like I think the one game that you picked the upset. I'm going after a two touchdown underdog here. Give me the Cuse over Tennessee. I don't know why. I got vibes. It's off
Angeli's
of
why.
vibes. You know that I'm always off of vibes. Like it's like the vibes at Joe's wedding with the mayo and just dancing with the mayo all the time. Like look at that. Does that not look like just a vibe time? That's what this Syracuse pick over Tennessee is for me right now. It's all about the vibes.
I think you're picking him because or picking them because of their new quarterbacks and Angeli, former
I didn't even pay attention
USC
to that. I
quarterback.
just said screw it. I feel it. It's going on.
You feel it. Hey, when you feel
You
it,
you chase it.
you chase it.
All right. With that, we've got our last slate of games coming up. And boys, you knew we were going to talk about these games. Here we go. We got Notre Dame, Miami, and Clemson, LSU. And Joe, I know you love that logo that I picked. It's
I
the
love it.
best logo ever, isn't it?
I love it.
That's funny. And in that picture, the male looks like the football on the leprechaun. So, Um, give me Notre Dame. I think Miami is vastly overrated. Um, I think that Mario Cristobal can't win big games. Um, and this is giving me flashbacks to Notre Dame last year against A&M, week one. Um, Jeremiah Love returning is massive. I think he could be a Heisman dark horse. He's not my Heisman pick, but I think he could be in the conversation and get to New York. I think 2.5 is a little low. I feel Notre Dame by a touchdown here. So give me the Irish Catholics versus convicts. Um, I do think Notre Dame rolls here.
David, you can go next since you have the same game.
Nick said it all, man. Notre Dame is, I feel like there's a lot of smoke around the uh the Miami team, but I'm not sure if there's a fire yet. We Carson Beck's coming in there now. His off season was riddled with fun times, not including his girlfriend, who's now no longer his girlfriend. So that whole reason of coming to Miami questions how much he really wants to be there. I don't know. But I know Notre Dame wants to play some damn football, and I'm ready for it. So give me the Fighting Irish over these Hurricanes.
I also, really quick before you go, Joe, I think CJ Carr is going to be great.
I hope
I don't
so.
know how much of a factor he's going to be week one. It's a tough environment, or not so much environment, but it's a tough ask to go up against the top whatever they are team in your first collegiate start. But I think he'll be great as the year. I think Notre Dame's going to be really good this year. Long-winded way of saying that.
I hope you boys are right. I want to see them play Notre Dame football. I hope Marcus Freeman has the boys ready. I hope CJ Carr slings it around because that's all I've heard is he's basically the opposite of Riley Leonard. Um, and I don't want to make a pick because I don't like touching the money here. But I'm ready to watch Notre Dame football, and I might be wearing a Catholics versus convict shirt. I haven't decided yet on my wardrobe for Saturday. I got to check the math budget, see what's in there. But on to my pick, I will be
We
taking.
already, Joe, we already spent all the math budget on the mayor at your wedding.
All right, well that's fair. I might have to dip into the credit of our math budget, but I will be taking your Clemson Tigers -3.5. Um, I think Clemson they bring back a crap ton of starters. I think they're very talented. I'm ready to see Cade look like Cade finally. I feel like we've seen glimpses of it, but we haven't seen it consistently. I think Garrett Riley can't be as bad as he has been as an offensive coordinator there. I think he finally puts it together consistently. And most of all, the reason why I'm picking this game is because we all know Brian Kelly cannot win big games at night on national television. As a former Notre Dame head coach, I know that. You boys know that. I think the LSU team is very talented, but I don't believe in Brian Kelly. I don't believe in the Tigers. They have not won a home opener in 5 years, I think is the stat I heard today. So we shall make that 6 here. Give me Clemson -3.5. The only thing that scares me, and I would like to add this, the only thing that scares me, and I need you boys to talk me off the ledge as a Clemson supporter here, is the entire country believes Clemson could be a national title contender. And it scares me because when everyone zigs, that means I should zag. And I'm not doing that, but it scares me because everyone is on the same page with Clemson this year. So
You want to know why?
hopefully they can prove us right.
So the main reason I think it's because I think Clemson statistically has the most returning production from last year. So the continuity of, I mean, we were four deep at receiver.
Well,
Deep.
PFF has them at every position group except two in the top 10 of college football. I think tight end wasn't, and I think the cornerbacks weren't, but every other position group that you have on that team,
And
PFF,
both of those are young.
I don't know what
Both
that
those
counts for.
position groups are young.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily know what that counts for. I don't know how much I trust PFF, but you guys have a top 10 position group at everyone except cornerback, I believe, and tight end.
It might be safety that you're
Corners,
thinking, not cornerback. I think
I was
corners
Safety.
are
going to say
better
Yeah,
than
corners
safety.
are a strength.
It might be safety. I knew it was DB.
Yeah, because the
I'll
safety,
say this. There's a lot of talk about Clemson, and from what I've been hearing from their camp, they're not paying attention to it at all. And I love that.
Good.
It's
Yes.
there's a
Good.
new intensity with what I've seen on the in the offseason. Tom Allen coming in has completely revitalized how they are doing going about their business. And I am hoping to all hope that it translates onto the field. I'm ready to see Ben Boulware basically being pulled off of the field by a get back coach because he's so intense.
Where is he at?
Um,
Is he coaching?
yeah,
Mhm.
he's their main linebacker coach now.
Oh, fire me up! I love Ben Bolwire. Okay, so
So
maybe
you're
I
gonna have Tom
maybe
Allen up there calling plays, and you got Ben Boulware there on the sideline as a Brent Venables
so
as
maybe
guy. It's gonna
may,
be the 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 accountability that they're talking about, the way that they're going about their business on the defense. I think that the defense of last year will truly be an anomaly, and all these guys have the ability to be really good that I am so stoked to watch my favorite defense go out there and play.
maybe I don't zag. Maybe I continue to zig with everyone else.
and here's one more thought on Clemson. That clip went viral of the LSU commentator saying, "If I'm Garrett Nussmeier, I'm running right at TJ Parker all game." Please do
Ugh.
that.
Yeah,
Please
he
do
will
that.
Please, we
get
want to
eaten
see it.
alive. That guy's a top 10 projected pick in this upcoming draft.
And that's another reason you should feel all right, Joe. We got in all the mock drafts I've seen, Klubnik, Peter Woods, TJ Parker, all in the top 10.
And then there's some
Um,
guy who's in the top 15. There's four in the
Avion
top
Terrell, a
15.
corner, and then some people are saying that Antonio Williams could be a first round wide receiver. So
I was
it's
talking about the kid on defense, the corner, I guess.
yeah, Avion Terrell, AJ Terrell's younger brother. I mean, it's probably the most talented roster Clemson's had since Trevor Lawrence was on campus. So it's all the preseason awards are great. Just spot the damn ball,
That's
right?
it. That's it. It's great. It's a great week. I cannot
This is
wait
how you start
to.
off the season.
I can.
This is
I
how you start off the college football season.
this is it, boys. Like I cannot wait to be all footballed out in 9 months, and then be ready to go again in another 9 months. I can't wait. This is just the start. I'm looking forward to a great season. This is already a great start to the season on the first night of week one. Week zero was a little bit sloppy, but we're rebounding. We got a bunch of great matchups. You got some family legacy with Manning. You got Ohio State, who let's see if they can repeat. How good is Clemson? How good is Penn State? How good is Notre Dame? Let's see. Let's see. Now's where we now's where push comes to shove, okay? So let's get this show on the road and let's have a great season. For all the mayo.
For all the mayo. And with that, I don't see it. I don't want to add anything else on. All I want to say is go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Irish.